if you don't rent with friends, it's easier because then your relationship with your roommates is purely transactional, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And I had a bit of FOMO. Maybe I want to rent with them. Yeah, because I was younger, you know, and I was like, I want to go stay with them, but then I didn't end up doing it. I wouldn't want to be the master tenant. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because,
How will you
if
handle
one
it?
person leaves,
Then you have
if
to
the
pay.
others don't want to share the cost, what can you do, right? What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Money Goal. Today I have Aishah with me again.
Hello.
Hey, Aishah.
Hi.
What do you want to talk about today?
Today I want to talk about renting.
Okay.
Are you renting?
Yeah, I'm renting.
I'm not. Okay. So
Okay. I forgot.
but I used to rent when I was in university because recently I saw on social media how there's people who when they rent a house sometimes they have to pay like advance or deposits, what they call it
Not sometimes, all the time.
all the time, really.
Unless you're renting from your parents lah.
So
all the time.
2 months forward.
2 months forward, and then they have like a security deposit. They have a electric bill deposit.
So clearly I'm not renting because I don't know all these things.
Yep.
So recently I saw on social that there's these 2 people who were trying to rent. They're friends.
Okay.
But then they were arguing about who were gonna pay the deposit money first. But one of the friend isn't working, so she asked
The working one to pay.
first.
How's she going to pay rent then? Did you explain that part?
You know what? They didn't explain that part.
Okay.
And then the friend who paid the deposit, now they're living together for 11 months and she still has not paid back.
Okay.
So now I'm wondering, if you're renting, is it better that you rent alone or you rent with housemates? Because at the end of the day, like, okay, I get that if you're renting, more people are renting in a house, that you can split everything 50-50 or evenly, because I've rented a house before.
For uni
When I was in uni.
Okay.
But because I studied at a local uni, one house, we fit like 7 people.
Wait, you guys shared rooms or what?
We share rooms.
Even one room, okay.
There's one room that's with 2 people.
Wow.
One room with 3 people. I feel like whoever went to a local university could relate to this.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to mention any university.
Okay.
Is it public university? Public university.
It's not.
Oh, sorry, it's not
Campus
local university. It's
accommodation.
public university. Yeah. So people who are in public university, I feel like can relate to this because people come from different backgrounds and all and I want to try and make it work for my friends.
Yep.
So because we want to rent together.
Yep.
So satu bilik 2 orang, satu bilik 3 orang. Sure, why not? So I paid only 130
A month? Wow, that's
for
really
that
good.
whole house.
That's super cheap.
But it was so cramped in that house.
I feel like this is a uni thing lah. If I was in uni at that age, I wouldn't mind also. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
Now that we're older,
we don't know better.
would we want to have 3 people in the room? Not really.
Yeah, but I stayed in a room with 3 people.
Wow.
So it was
How many beds you guys
crazy.
have?
3 girls. There's 1 bunk bed and 1 single bed. And I was in the bottom of the lower bunk bed.
Okay.
It was an experience.
Yep.
And it's also my first time renting out. So
is it your first time living outside of your house as well?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I mean, this was during my degree. So my diploma, I stayed at a dorm.
Okay.
So it was no different because at my dorm we stayed 3 people, but it was a bit bigger and also you don't have to pay. So now, because if you
Public
live
uni.
in a public uni punya tu,
It's
you don't pay. Certain unis, I feel like some maybe you have to pay. But so on my second semester during my degree, I have to live with my friends.
Okay.
We rented this 3-bedroom house. It cost us 1,300 a month.
Each?
For the whole house.
Okay,
so I
okay.
paid 130, 140
Wait, that's
like
super
that.
cheap though. 1,300. Where is this?
It's in Shalom. No, everybody's gonna know, right?
Just beat that out loud. Okay.
And then, so for me, it was an experience. But because I was a student, I feel like, okay, sure, why not, But now that I'm working, I feel like renting is not my thing because I like coming back home and having a space to myself. Like if I want to lepak in the living room or my bedroom, and then I have a separate room for other things. But of course, it's costly.
Yep.
Because if you're you rent one
your own, yeah.
house on your own, it's very expensive. Maintenance you have to bayar sendiri, security you have to bayar sendiri, all that you have to, because you cannot split groceries.
Yep.
Dulu I sabun basuh baju pun kadang-kadang,
You'll share.
because it's so big and we're here for like 3 months je, let's just buy together, share together. Water, api and all, we just share.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now I'm living alone lah. So it's a bit
More expensive
costly, more expensive. And I also have a friend who has rented a house and stayed with 3 people. So each person gets their own room.
Okay. I think that's more normal lah for our age now. Yeah.
Yeah. And they feel like macam, it's comfortable. But sometimes whenever a roommate leave, then they have to like cover for that.
Yeah.
What about you? Have you rented a house before?
Okay, so I am renting now.
You are renting
but I
now?
don't share. I don't share. So I think this is really a comfort versus cost thing lah. I think for sure, if you rent and have roommates, it's going to be cheaper for sure. So I had a bunch of friends. It's like a friend group lah. And they were renting together for a while.
Yeah.
And I had a bit of FOMO. Maybe I want to rent a bit. Yeah, because I was younger, and I was like, I want to go stay with them. But then I didn't end up doing it. And good thing I didn't do it, because some of the friends were complaining like, this guy is dirty, this guy doesn't like to throw the trash and stuff. So good thing that I wasn't there. But you definitely save money if you have roommates, whether it's your friends or even renting a room. So I think this is actually one of the easiest way to have like lower accommodation costs if you work in KL. Because KL
especially KL.
Yeah. People who are on like a salary of 2,500, 3,000, if it's expensive for you, then getting a room is definitely the best option lah. Because if you want to rent your own place, then I will assume you get a studio or 1 bedroom, right? That's like a space for just one person. But even then, I think minimum in KL, you still got to pay like, I would say 1,001, 1,002 for that.
A minimum, yeah.
Yeah, for studio.
That's one of my colleagues. He was looking for a house in Bangsar.
Yep. Bangsar.
Expat area lah.
Okay, yep.
One of the condo is 16,000 a month, 16,000
Yeah.
sebulan. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. There's no way. And it's like, you don't believe because you're not looking for a house to rent.
Yeah,
but if
crazy.
you try looking around, that's like 16,000, there's like 20,000. And it's all people from Japan or from Canada who works here.
Yeah.
That their company paid for. And you actually macam, if you have a house, if you own a house and you rent it out here in KL, you can actually make money.
Okay, that's a topic for another day. Maybe another topic we'll talk about those. But yeah, rent can be super expensive. I stay in I stay in Bangsar South or Kampung Kerinci, depending on what you want to call it.
Bangsar boy,
Kampung Kerinci. Okay, so Kampung Kerinci, right? And there are studios which is like 600 square feet, which is quite small. I don't know if 600 square feet is quite small, and it goes for like 1,500 to 1,800, which I think is crazy. Whereas if you rent a room or even a house and you split the cost, you can get it down to like 500 ringgit. If you don't get the master bedroom and stuff. And yeah, like you said, I didn't think about that, but you can share other costs as well lah. Dishwashing liquid, detergent, groceries. So there are a lot of savings there, but then the trade-off is of course comfort lah.
But okay, because for someone who has never rented a house, what
on your own.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if I want to move out of KL or if I want to move or work somewhere else that is further and I want to find a place that is closer to my workplace? How do you prepare? What are the costs
associated with it?
Yeah. Like
if you're renting your own place, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a good thing about renting. You're very flexible in terms of, when you can move and all this stuff, right? Actually, I think you don't need to prepare that much. It's just about, I think in total, all the fees, deposits and stuff, will come up to about 3 to 4 months worth of your rent. So that's upfront. Yeah, and then after that, it's just your monthly rent lah.
It's like 5,000 or 6,000 you have to prepare.
Yeah, depending on how much. I mean, if your rent is 16,000 a month, then you gotta have
30,000.
You want 50 to 60K lah. But yeah, those are the main costs. And then if you're moving out of town, if you have moving to do, gotta get movers and stuff lah. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, speaking of my friend who stayed in the house that I recently cerita tadi.
Okay.
The one who shared like 3 houses.
Yep.
Okay, so one of his housemate always forgets to bayar on time. So
okay.
Yeah, so he always had to cover first.
Okay.
Sometimes it's like 2 months that he forgot to pay.
Yep.
And then he has to like cover for him lah.
Yep.
So these are some of the problems that he faces. And also another thing that he faces is so there's 3 people and there's 2 bathrooms, so 2 of them have to share a bathroom.
Okay.
So one day, the shower broke,
Okay.
and none of them wanted to
Fix it lah.
fix it.
Okay.
So they just let the shower pecah like that. But at the same time, none of them want to mengaku who broke it.
Okay.
So, like, that one person would be like, macam, I didn't break it, so why should I pay for it? So these are the issues that my friend has been facing.
Yeah, there
So-
were these issues.
Yeah, and because he was the one who rented the house from the owner,
Yep.
so he took responsibility and he fixed the shower.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's other time that the toilet broke lah, the pump kan.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to tarik to flush tu.
Yep.
Yang tu pula patah and then he has to cover that pula.
Okay.
So in these cases, you've never rented with anybody.
In uni lah, but it's a
Tapis bola satu tangan. Gila, gila, gila lah kau. Gila lah kau. La 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 la. Suka gila.
different
Have
sort
you
of setup.
ever?
Yeah, in uni, but a different setup. So I was gonna say also actually, there's basically 2 ways about going this. Either you rent a room where the landlord is basically already renting out as individual rooms, or like your friends where there's one master tenant.
Oh, so there's a landlord who rents rooms.
Yeah. Sometimes landlords just rent a room because they actually make more money from it.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean they can make more money from it. You just partition and then just rent individually. But usually most people do it like your friend lah. There's one master tenant and then the master tenant will handle the rest. But I wouldn't want to be
You handle it.
I wouldn't want to be the master tenant. That's the thing.
Yeah, how will you
if
handle
one
it?
person leaves,
Then you
I
have
mean,
to
if the
pay.
others don't
Yes.
want to share the cost, what can you do, right? You are the tenant to the landlord. The landlord only collects money from you. So these are the issues. I wouldn't want to be the master tenant. That's the thing.
I
Yeah.
feel like the best way to do it is like to have like an agreement. Like, okay,
Yeah.
if anything happens, like something broke, like the punya bill tiba-tiba mahal ke apa, you
Yep.
just split everything just equally.
Yeah.
That would-
Yeah, for sure.
Because some people, some housemates would be like, oh, if I'm not using it, why would I?
Yeah. So there will be all these disagreements lah. That's why if you want to rent in this setup, I recommend renting with people that you're close with, that you can trust,
Yeah,
and who
right.
are sort of, matching your
Not
vibe.
strange-
But then
strangers
again,
lah.
if you bunk with like friends, like close friends, and then all these issues pop up, you sort of have like a strained relationship with your friends now just because of this, right? So another thing to consider lah. Best case, I think, make more money and then rent on your own lah.
What would you like to? Would you ever rent with someone?
I don't think so. Not anymore.
Really?
I think, yeah. If I have enough to rent on my own, I would definitely rent on my own. I think now at this age lah. Yeah. Also, another thing about what you're talking about, if you guys are renting, most of the times, landlords will actually cover any issues. So if like the flush thing breaks or shower breaks and stuff, you can actually ask the landlord to fix it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they will.
See,
They will.
clearly
Yeah.
I do not rent a house.
Yeah. So that's why it sucks to be a landlord as well. Yeah, but because I'm renting, so whenever there's issues like, oh, the drain is clogged or, oh, this toilet is not flushing anymore, I just call my landlord and then he comes.
Oh, and then you come and fix it?
Yeah. I mean, most of the times, landlords, because they're working, they will pay a plumber to come lah. But I think my landlord is retired and he just does it for fun. So he actually comes to my house and fixes it. Yeah.
So who covers that cost? Do you have to pay or like?
He covers the cost.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. But
from
this one
your
also depends on your agreement. No.
Oh, no?
Out of his own pocket. That's his cost of. Yeah, it is. That's how it works.
Oh.
So this one you can also negotiate with your landlord. So I have also been in other agreements where they say, okay, anything that is below 200 ringgit, you just repair it and you pay for it. Anything above 200, so big damages, you let me know and I'll pay for it. Yeah, so all
Wow,
these
that's
things
so nice.
you should negotiate with your landlord.
Right.
It's not nice. Actually, it's not okay.
Oh, really? It's
It is
not
nice.
for him.
It is a nice thing for him to do, but that is a responsibility of a landlord actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You need
because it's their
to
house.
pick someone
Yeah.
who is responsible of
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
care of the house,
If
kan?
there's major structural damage, I'm not gonna pay for it. I'm just a tenant, I'm gonna leave lah. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so when is it time you think for us to move out?
On your own?
Yeah, because
When you
if
can afford it lah. When you can afford it lah.
Really?
Yeah, I would say when you can afford it.
When you have everything settled, everything.
Yeah.
prepared.
Of course, if you don't have a choice, if you need a cheaper place, then share lah.
What
Get a
do you-
room. I actually think that if you don't rent with friends, it's easier because then your relationship with your roommates is purely transactional,
Right.
Right? Whereas with friends, you're like, hey, bro, we've known each other since kids. You want to still.
Let's just split everything because
Yeah.
your friends would understand you, kan? So let's just split everything.
Yeah,
We spend so
yeah.
much time.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is just personal, but I think a lot of people are the same. If you earn enough, you can afford it, then just move out lah. I guess unless you really like to stay with your friends and stuff lah, then
What is a housemate macam red flag for you? The first time you meet a person as your housemate and you feel like, oh,
okay. If they
this
don't have a
person-
job, that's a red flag to me. Honestly, otherwise they don't pay me the rent. Kan?
For me, if you don't take care of your
Yeah.
area,
I
like
can
if
say
you're
that.
very dirty,
then
then you're not responsible for
Yeah.
anything
I was
else.
gonna say
If
that's
you're not
number two,
responsible for your
cleanliness.
place, for your own like katil ke apa,
Exactly.
like if I'm renting with you masa uni kan, and then your bed is not made or you punya baju is like
Yep.
piled up and
Yep.
you're very messy. I feel like if you're not responsible for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
then I feel like you're not gonna be responsible for other people.
Yeah.
So
And the common areas, the living room, the
Yeah.
kitchen, they're not gonna care about it. Their own bedroom is like that, right?
yeah, so
That's number two for me.
That's number two.
Number
for
one
you.
is if
Okay.
you're financially troubled or jobless, then sorry.
Yeah, that's right. How are you gonna pay? Okay,
Yeah.
so we have a few stories that
Okay.
people have sent in. The first one, Alia is looking at me. Okay, the first one. My rent was 900 ringgit and sharing with two others brought it down to 600 each.
Okay.
At first, it seemed like a smart move to save money, but one housemate always paid late while the other left without notice. Oh no. I ended up covering almost the full rent for 2 months and even had to pay off unpaid utility bills.
Yeah.
That was when I realized cheaper rent can quickly become expensive if you do not set clear boundaries.
Yeah.
The question is, what's one financial habit or rule you follow to protect yourself when sharing expenses with housemates?
Ooh, it's tough. You gotta ask them to like sort of give you a deposit of their own, right? Especially if you are the one that is the master tenant. But I think my advice for this in general is don't be the master tenant. Don't be the one who is dealing with the landlord, because then you have a lot of responsibility for people that you don't really know. So I would go and look for a room on its own directly yourself. You still get the savings, right? You will still pay your 600 ringgit a month. But at least you're not responsible for all this. If someone else leaves, that's not my problem. It's either landlord's problem or it's someone else's problem, not mine.
Right.
Because once you are this person, then you are exposed to this risk lah.
And also, I feel like if you are the main tenant,
Yep.
I feel like you just have to have like an emergency savings for this.
Yeah.
Just in case kan, if you like tiba-tiba dapat a housemate that is not responsible like this, like if something breaks or if suddenly they leave ke apa, you need that extra money to at least be able to pay your landlord.
Yeah. Or I guess one thing you could do is you tell your roommates to contribute towards like a sinking fund lah. So every month,
That's right.
yeah, each of us will contribute 50 ringgit to this fund for the house. In case anything were to happen or anything, and if let's say after 1 year nothing happens, then you just take the money and buy a new TV. or
Because you're
something.
also collecting that rent, their rent, kan?
Yep.
You're collecting and then
Yep.
paying for the tenant. Maybe you can ask for like an extra for like a security ke apa, and then put it aside for like just housing punya account in a tabung ke kan?
Yep. That could.
Just in case. That's a smart way
Yeah.
that maybe could help. Okay, the next one, second story. This person, I feel like they live alone.
Okay.
So after years of sharing houses, I decided to rent a small studio on my own.
Okay.
My rent doubled, but my stress
Expected.
disappeared.
Okay.
Without the noise or drama, I started cooking more, managing my groceries better, and cutting down on takeout. Over time, my monthly spending balanced out, and I finally felt like I was in control of both my space and my money. Living alone taught me that higher rent does not always mean higher expenses. Sometimes spending a little more gives you the stability to make better financial choices. The question, what's an expense that seems costly at first but actually helps you save or manage your money more wisely in the long run?
When it comes to renting,
When it comes to anything that is
related to it's related to the house lah, right?
can also lah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll see that. For me, it's at first it's my car.
Okay.
Initially, they must have, you have to pay the
Okay.
down payment and then the insurance semua
Okay.
in one go.
Yep.
But once you buy it, it's just the monthly
Yeah,
and then the maintenance is like 200 a month. It's like, it's fine.
Wait, so the question was, what is one thing that's initially costly but over the long run?
Yes,
okay.
over the long run.
I have a
it's
good answer for this.
Okay.
I think quality things. And this relates to the household as well, right? So if you buy, like for example, when I was a student, I used to buy like the cheapest thing I can find. Let's say I need a microwave oven. I'll just sort low to high and then buy the cheapest one. The thing about buying the cheapest ones is it doesn't last.
But
And then when it breaks, you have to buy another one. And then it breaks, you have to buy another one. So then eventually, you're going to spend more anyway. So I think buying quality things that you're going to use long term, right? We're talking about like washing machine and stuff. Don't just stinge on it lah. Another thing is aircon. I think a lot of people buy aircon and then
because it's cheap.
there's the energy efficient aircons.
Yes.
And those ones
The
are more
one with the
expensive.
stars, ke?
Yeah. So those are the ones that are more expensive. They're more expensive than
Right.
normal aircons, but it uses less energy, which means you pay less electricity.
Your bill is cheaper.
So some people like, I don't want to pay for an expensive aircon up front. I want to buy the cheapest one. But then your electricity bill is going to be higher every month, and then over the long run you pay more. So these are things that I think you should consider lah.
Especially your fridge,
Yeah.
your TV.
Yeah. These things that use a lot of electric, right?
A lot of electric, and also you want it to last longer.
Yeah.
If you're buying a house or renting lah, you're staying anywhere
Yeah.
long kan.
Yep.
If you're moving with the household
With the stuff.
items. Yeah.
Yep.
So if it's a TV, a washing machine, a freezer, aircon, ke fridge, benda-benda that you want to use for like 20 years, make sure it's a good brand and also a good quality,
Yeah.
like you said.
Exactly.
That you
Exactly. Okay, so
good,
I guess to wrap this up, I think sharing or renting and having roommates.
It depends on you.
Yeah, but it's a really good option for you to save money. I think it's probably the cheapest accommodation arrangement that you can get, especially if you're living in KL, Klang Valley. But just set your boundaries with your roommates early on, so you don't get into tricky situations like people leaving, people don't want to pay, etc., etc. If you can afford it and if you want to, it is definitely more comfortable to move out on your own. Buying a house, we'll save that for another topic. I think buying versus renting is an interesting one. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And if you guys want to, buy stuff for your house, whether you're renting or owning the house, just don't be so cheap on it that you're going to have to pay more later on.
Buy a good quality one.
Exactly. Cool. Nice
Thank
talking to
you.
you, Aishah.
Thank
Hope you
you.
guys enjoyed this episode. See you guys in the next one.
Bye.
syok.